Hey everyone, this is Babar, and tonight we're talking about the appointment of Mr. Lutfey Siddiqi as Special Envoy on International Affairs to Dr. Yunus. Now, if you're wondering, who is this Lutfey Siddiqi and why should I care? Well, this man's resume is impressive to say the least. Let's break it down. Adjunct Professor at National University of Singapore. Visiting Professor in Practice at the London School of Economics. Former Global Head at UBS Investment Bank. Managing Director at Barclays Bank. He was recognized as a young global leader by the World Economic Forum in 2012. This man is basically the Superman of financial expertise. Now, I watched an hour-long Dhaka Tribune interview of Mr. Lutfey Siddiqi, where he laid out some pretty bold ideas for Bangladesh's economic future. And I'm not just talking about the usual make things better rhetoric. No, the guy has a vision. But the question is it realistic for Bangladesh? Let's break down 3 key points that really stood out to me. Point number 1. Mr. Lutfey wants members of the Bangladeshi diaspora to engage more actively with our government. Now, I know what you're thinking. Don't they already? Yes, they send remittances. But here's the thing. Right now, those remittances are largely involuntary. They're coming from people who are working abroad, sending money home to support their families. But what Mr. Lutfey Siddiqi is suggesting is a shift. He wants to flip the script and focus on voluntary remittances. How, you ask? Through businesses set up by the diaspora Bangladeshis. Now, this idea has legs. Think about it. The diaspora has money, skills, and connections. Why not channel that into building industries back home? Instead of remittances being just survival money for families, it could become capital for entrepreneurship, infrastructure, and innovation. A bold idea, but is it that easy to pull off? Well, hold that thought because Mr. Lutfey also addresses that as well. Mr. Lutfey believes that businesses should be as easy as, wait for it, ordering biryani on a Friday night. Now, I could get behind that analogy because who doesn't love a smooth biryani order, right? But seriously, he believes we need to streamline government services to make foreign investment as straightforward and accessible as possible. He points to countries like Georgia, which transformed their economy by making it easy for investors to navigate the system. One-stop services where you're not running from one government office to another like a headless chicken. And if you've ever tried to start a business in Bangladesh, you know what he means. The bureaucracy here could drive anyone mad. So making things smoother, more accessible, that's a no-brainer. Now the final point, it's about reforms. He believes that reforms should shock and awe. Mr. Lutfey is saying that when it comes to reforms, we can't just dip our toes in the water. We need to dive in head first. And you know what? He's absolutely right. So basically, adjust on the go. Make big moves. It's like learning to ride a bicycle. You might scrape a knee, but eventually you'll be zooming down the streets. No training wheels necessary. Shock and awe sounds great. Now let's zoom out for a moment. Other countries have mastered this art. China tapped into its diaspora to become the world's manufacturing hub. India leveraged its overseas talent to build a booming tech industry. South Korea's global entertainment empire, you can thank their strategic use of diaspora connections. Meanwhile, Bangladesh has over 10 million of its people living abroad, a small country's worth of talent. Doctors, engineers, entrepreneurs, academics, you name it. Yet we're not fully harnessing this incredible resource. So why aren't we making it a habit to employ diaspora Bangladeshis? Their unique connections and skills could be the catalyst that propels us into a new era of prosperity. We need to roll out the red carpet, not the red tape. But don't just take my word for it. Here's what Dr. Yunus had to say about Lutfey Siddiqi's appointment.
Lutfey Siddiqi আছে কিনা এখানে জানি না, আসতে পারে না বোধহয়। তার কাজই হলো শুধু ওদের আপনাদের কাছে যাদের যাওয়ার কথা, আপনাদের কথা যাদের শোনার কথা শোনাতে পারছেন না, সুযোগ হচ্ছে না, সে যাবে তাদের কাছে আপনাদের পক্ষ থেকে দরজা খোলার জন্য, কথাবার্তা শুরু করার জন্য, যাতে করে আমরা যে সমস্ত বাধার সম্মুখীন হই, যে সমস্ত কথা তাদেরকে আমরা জানাতে পারি না, তার মাধ্যমে আমরা জানাতে পারি। আশা করি সে এই কাজে সফল হবে। তার সঙ্গেও আপনাদের পরিচয় করিয়ে দেওয়ার সময় আপনার জেনে নেবেন।
Dr. Yunus sounds as excited as I am. Mr. Lutfey is set to be our voice to the international community, bridging gaps, fostering relationships, and paving the way for those who want to work with us. I'm genuinely thrilled about this appointment. It's a step in the right direction, and I look forward to more appointments like this in the interim government and beyond. Let's not let this momentum fade. Let's make employing our diaspora not just a policy, but a national pastime. Thank you for watching. Till next time.